All right. I could verify we are live on YouTube as well.
Yes, we are live. Yeah.
Okay, we are good.
Viraj, you are also co-host while I am talking next few minutes. कोणी जर admit होणार असेल तो admit कर. Okay. So, are we starting now, Devdatta?
Yes, please go ahead, Anji.
Okay. Namaskar, everybody. I am Anand Ganu. गरजे मराठीच्या ह्या दुसऱ्या कोहोर्टच्या डेमो डे मध्ये तुमच्या सगळ्यांचं स्वागत करतो. सर्वप्रथम आपण ज्यांच्या गायडन्सनी किंवा ज्यांच्या ऍडवाइसनी सगळं काम चालू करतो अशा नरेंद्र काळेजींना नमस्कार करून मी माझं एक दोन शब्द बोलतो. ह्या सगळ्या कोहोर्ट मध्ये किंवा ह्या डेमो डे पर्यंत आपण जे पोहोचलोय त्याच्यामध्ये मी पर्सन असा रोल फारच कमी होता, पण दॅट इज द क्रेडिट और दॅट इज द ग्रेटनेस ऑफ गरजे मराठी. वी ऑल आर इक्वली इन्व्हॉल्ड, वी टेक इक्वल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज. आणि हा आत्ताचा जो आपण कोहोर्ट केला त्याच्यामध्ये डॉक्टर संजय भंडारी यांनी लीड घेतला आणि त्यांच्याच बरोबर देवदत्त सारखा यंग माणूस किंवा विराज राऊत सारखे युथ्स यांनी मदत करून त्याच वेळेला आपल्या सगळ्या मेंटर्सनी जे इमेन्स कॉन्ट्रीब्युशन गेले 10 आठवडे दिलंय बियॉन्ड देअर आपली दर आठवड्यात 2 तास रिक्वायरमेंट होती, पण आय एम शुअर एव्हरी मेंटर हॅज स्पेंड नॉट मेनी मोर अवर्स विथ अवर स्टार्टअप्स. सो फर्स्ट अँड फॉरमोस्ट very sincere thanks to all our mentors and best wishes to all the startups. This is I do promise you that this is just a beginning. You are going to get immensely benefited from the association with Garze Marathi. We have the experience that our first cohort as well as others whom we have mentored beyond the cohort also did get what they wanted from Garze Marathi and beyond. This session will be recorded and we will share the recording on our website as well as our social media platform. Most of the job has been done by our mentors, so my role of just beginning or opening this session ends here. So over to you, Dr. Sanjay Bhandari.
Thank you, Anandji. Thank you for starting this initiative last year, and then along with several other initiatives that you have been running for Garze Marathi. Welcome everybody on this this session here with cohort companies, startup companies. So I want to thank all the startup companies who have joined this cohort program, and I want to again mention that we want to thank all the mentors, and in particular I want to especially recognize mentors that actually prepared presentations for these cohort companies to go over the fundamentals of business. And I'll just take their names: Vijay Taraleji, Sudhir Kale, Samir Ketkar, Deepak Gaisaji, Alankar Joshi, Sandeep Padde, Narendra Kaleji, Chandrasekhar Potnishi, and Sudhir Kadam. So thank you all of you. Without your contributions, again, we would not have come this far. And thank you to all the mentors. As Anandji said, all the mentors spent a lot of time working with the cohort companies, all the startup companies, to bring them to a level where they are here today to pitch in front of all the investors. So with that, and then I also want to thank Devdatta and Viraj who helped me in coordinating all these sessions along these 8-9 weeks. So with that, I'm going to do a brief introduction of our investors today, investors and judges on this program today. So I'll start just a quick introduction of each one. Anand Birjeji is the president of digital business at HCL Technologies. He's a serial entrepreneur and investor. Anand Sagar Shiralkar, based in Japan, is a serial entrepreneur and investor. He invested in one of our previous cohort companies, EventBig, and he's CEO of Visio Tech Solution. Bhushan Chaudhary leads the Center for Innovation, Incubation, and in Maharashtra. Danny Dhananjay Gaikwad, based in Florida, is a visionary, passionate leader, formidable change agent influencing industry, and he's an investor as well. Deepak Gaisaji, the Cohort companies are familiar with him. He also came and gave us a session. He's a serial entrepreneur, investor, chairman of Gencoval Strategic Services based in Pune. And he was head of iFlex, which later on became Oracle company. Girish Chitale is a partner at Chitale Group and chairman of Nafari. And then from GMG Angel Fund, three of our mentors are joining this call, which is Sanjay Wadge, Samir Karande, Naresh Kale. Then we have Narendra Kaiji, who's an advisor, mentor to Garze Marathi. He's a serial entrepreneur himself. He spoke also on this platform to our Cohort companies. And he's a co-founder of Bhavi Institute Incubation Center based in Pune, working with College of Engineering Pune. Satish Kotnis ji is a CEO and managing partner and venture capital investor. He's an entrepreneur, startup mentor, board member, and advisor. Our Silicon Valley-based Samir Padde is here. Purushottam ji also introduced himself just a few minutes ago. Arun Joshi is an entrepreneur as well. He has also joined this call. Mandar Joshi, Dubai-based, Dubai chapter of GMG, as well as the angel investor. Then we have, so some of the people are going to look at the video pitches offline. Prakash Balerauji, who's a very highly respected person in Bay Area and entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur, and he has had several successful exits. Rajiv Puranik, he's a consultant in US, coach, mentor. So that's the list of judges and investors that we have on the call. So you can see we have 14 companies and we have more than that investors and judges here on this panel. So that being said, so again, thank all the investors who have joined this meeting, this session, and I'm sure you'll find interest in many of these companies that are pitching here, and you can follow up with them later on. So the format of today's session is going to be, we have asked all the Cohort companies to prepare about 4-minute video pitch. So Devdutt is going to play that video pitch for each company. And then after that 4-minute pitch, we'll have roughly about 6 minutes for Q&A for each of the company, just following their particular session. And so that way there are at least 10 minutes per company. We have about 13 companies presenting here today. So the session will go slightly over 2 hours, about 2.5 hours, depending on how much Q&As are there. And we do encourage all the investors, mentors, judges to share their email so that later on the Cohort companies can follow up with you. So with that, Devdutt, maybe we can get started with the first pitch today.
Sure. So first on the list, we have 360 Explorer LLC. They are marketplace for transformational and adventure tourism. So let's hear it from Anand Bansode and his team.
Yeah, Anand.
Hi, my name is Anand Bansode and I'm co-founder of 360 Explorer. Travel is always fascination for every person on earth. But what if travel could be life transformational? There are thousands of transformational tours across the world, but very few people get enough information about them. That's why we are building a marketplace for transformational adventure tourism. We are helping people to find right transformational tours modified just for them. After the pandemic, sudden growth has seen in experiential and adventure tourism. The global experiential tourism market will reach $447 billion by 2030, where adventure tourism market will reach $2.5 trillion. Our specially designed solo and small group tours help us grow 4x after the pandemic. Many of our clients are transforming their life That's why we have 95% customer retention. We have low customer acquisition cost and high customer lifetime value. After starting our operation in North America, we have achieved $38,000 revenue in our first month and got 3,800 leads for our future tours. The story of Eureka trip starts with my childhood. When I had a speaking and learning disability, even I failed in 9th class. The outdoor transformation has given me my speaking and learning ability, physical fitness to climb Mount Everest, and from learning disabled to reviewer of UK-based adventure education journal. I'm an author of 5 books, also TEDx speaker. My transformation has become my mission to create inspiring stories. Our customer can choose in between 3 types of tours: adventure-based, experience-based, or specially designed tour just for them. As I said, we have 4x growth after the pandemic. You can see exponential curve after the 2020 with our online platform. Our go-to-market strategy is to focus on our best-selling tour, Mount Kilimanjaro, and achieve 1% of it. We will achieve 4.8 million revenue by first year. Over the last 2 months, we have done several marketing experiments across the world with $0.28 customer acquisition cost. We have achieved a 3,800 leads since last 2 months, and we have projected 56.8 million revenue for next 4 years. We are not stopping there. In our next phase, we are planning to build a metaverse platform for immersive coaching experience for corporates. Corporate travel and training is $46 billion industry alone. By launching this metaverse platform, we are achieving 40 million additional revenue. Our well-qualified team has extraordinary experience in building businesses. I'm in adventure and coaching field since last 10 years, and we have local expert partners around the world. Our international mentors are highly successful businessmen, marketing experts, and they are helping us to become one of the top experiential adventure company in the world. We are currently accelerated by 500 startups, Garje Marathi, and Alberta Innovates. Also, we have already done marketing agreement with Florida-based space tourism company to launch space tourism in future. Top adventure magazines Discover India included our company in top 15 adventure organizer in India, and GoDaddy India has included me top 25 hustler entrepreneurs from India. Many national and international media always cover our story about transformational tourism. Our ask for investment is $1 million that we will use in capturing 1% market in first year, and by spending that money on marketing, sales, building technology, and hiring staff. So if you want to join us for bringing people to outdoor and giving them life-lasting transformation and bringing $447 to $2.5 trillion market to our Eureka Trip marketplace, please extend our communication. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Anand Bansode. So with that, I'll open the forum for any questions from investors for Anand. You can post your questions or comments in the chat box, or just raise your hand so that they will.
I want to put 500 cash and put the rest on my card. Can I do that? It's going to be all.
Yeah, Anand.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Anand, I think there are no questions at present. We can take these questions afterwards if somebody has to write down. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Okay.
trouble.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Narendra
Okay.
has question.
There is somebody, please mute everybody. Yeah.
I have a
Okay.
couple of questions.
Okay.
Number one, what is the marketing strategy that you are following, and who are your competitors?
Okay, thank you for question, sir. Currently, we are only focusing on Facebook and Instagram paid market, and our 30% business come from referrals, and remaining 70% come from without any online platform. We just get it from social media. And our competitors are G Adventure from Canada and Blue Board from US. And we have also a local competitor in every country, but they are limited to that area only.
Thanks.
Yeah, similar question actually. What Dr. Narendraji asked. What is your channel marketing strategy? I mean, are you going to involve any channels, or you are going to partner with well-known tourism companies?
Not exactly. We are currently only focusing on social media, because social media is the thing that we are getting most attraction from, because our customer acquisition cost is $0.28, that's 28 cents per lead, and we are getting pretty much like 8 to 10% positive conversion from whatever leads we are getting. So we have actually done several experiments of doing a SEO and other ways of marketing, but the most of 80% of business come from social media. So that's where we focusing on.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Anand, one more question. This is Naresh.
Hello, sir.
You mentioned that metaverse is also in your strategy.
Yes.
Now that sounds like a high-tech play versus adventure tourism, which is
Yes.
different from technology. Do you see that as a divergent, complementary to what your business model is? How would you characterize that, and how would you quantify that opportunity over the actual tourism pitch that you did earlier?
Yeah, thank you, Naresh. That is a really wonderful question. Yeah, last year when I come up with the idea to build a metaverse and a Web3 platform, I was like kind of similar thought. If I'm like diverging my business, but then I got here 3 months ago in US, and then I'm surrounded with so many people in Silicon Valley, and there are so many amazing companies. They are actually doing experiential activities for corporates, for Salesforce and other companies. Blueboard is one of them, and I got to know the founder of Blueboard. They are having 96 million revenue per year, and they are only focused on corporate activity. The problem with corporates is they don't have enough time, and we are launching incentive enhancement tool. That is what we are doing. We are asking company to give rewards and recognition in form of tours, and by doing the tours, their employee can actually enhance their capabilities, so that actually can enhance their work capacity. But because of lack of time, the corporate executive and employee will not able to go in a longer period of some activity. So what we are going to do, we are building a metaverse platform. Let's say someone want to climb Kilimanjaro. So we are building a same kind of metaverse platform, so that on every camp they will have similar kind of experiences, coaching model, and question and answer setup. And once they have completed that module, they can actually go on a mountain, and they will follow the same breakthrough physical activity. So that will be the additional benefit that if someone is following this kind of tool.
Okay. So for the investment that you're seeking right now, is any of that being used for product development on the metaverse side, or is it primarily for marketing the current experience, the physical experience?
Yes, it's a both. Actually, physical experience is already we have done all the setup on ground level. Since last 5 years, I have been traveling all the spaces. So physical experiences, we currently don't need anything, because we have coach all over the places that are really helping us to give a good coaching model. Also, we have ground level execution team. So that will go everything to build a technology and marketing part.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for all the questions. We'll go to the next team. There is a request that if you are not actively speaking, please put yourself on mute so that it doesn't disturb the speakers here. Go ahead, the next one.
Sorry, can you see Samir Padye? He says he's unable to join. Samir Padye. Is Samir Padye there? Anyway, you carry on. I have to just see. He had joined. Samir Padye is one of our investors. So, okay, carry on. Let me remedy that. Please carry on.
All right. Next in the list, we have Sameep. Sameep, they're building industry agnostic, digitally controlled wall for versatile, precise, and accurate liquid dispensing. Let's hear it from Satish and his team.
Worldwide, every hour, billion-liter liquids are consumed in industrial processes. Interesting part is liquid materials are handled multiple times in their life cycle, getting processed and packaged to newer forms until they are utilized by some other industry or consumed by individuals. The three phases in manufacturing are production, packaging, and penetration to the last mile. While carrying out production, adding liquids to processes is very critical, expensive, and risky at times. Hence, every drop counts for consistency in quality, saving cumulative losses, and keeping the work environment safe, clean, and hygienic. Even within accepted tolerances, liquid filling machines give excess 0.3 to 0.5% of filled volume, and 4 to 5% losses are due to rejection. The huge cumulative losses are majorly due to limitations of valves and pumps. A large refinery may lose $122 million every year, and a local dairy may lose 3.68 million. The third phase, penetrate to the last mile, also leads to very huge losses. All these challenges will haunt the industries until they switch to SAMIP. Disrupting global practices over past 4 decades, we at SAMIP bring radical changes to valve technologies and automation systems used for liquid dispensing. This overcomes the challenges in production and packaging. The penetration to market challenge is overcome by our decentralized manufacturing services. A network of DAD units is run through strategic partners, franchise operators, and NGOs. Each DAD unit would concentrate hyperlocal market, becoming authentic local reference for our automation system integrators, OEM channel partners, consultants, and the end user industries. In different perspective, these just-in-time services are valuable to startups, industries, e-marketplace, supermarkets, and import-export companies. Future next, we will have cloud-based DAD network bringing revolution to the global value chain. Relate our patented digital controlled valve to a gardening pipe and several packets from a bucket, a mug, a set of cups, a set of spoons, and a dropper. The digital controller predicts dispensing on the fly and auto-tunes the packets, making it highly versatile, precise, and accurate. The technology creates value for everyone, right from design, manufacturing to the end user industry. The technology has potential to bring global impact across industry verticals. Revenue generation sources for our automation business are through our core technology products, field services, and licensing. Revenue generation in our DAD business are through our manufacturing services, deposits from the franchise, and licensing our business model. Market size is shown separately for 4 different potential areas. Value-based pricing gives 5x on COG and 25x to the end user. Here is our team. I am Satish Pathak presenting now. Our disruptive invention has earned highly prestigious international awards from 5 countries. We have conducted live demos in many industries and for Bombay Stock Exchange. Technical paper presentation in Valve World Expo Germany and a validation from ISRO for improving efficiency of the rocket fuel are the added feathers to our cap. You all are welcome to visit our Tech Experience Unit in Kalyan near Mumbai that is built using the grant from DSIR. Our ask is for $250K funding and invaluables in kind. Remember SAMIP, close to perfection, close to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Satish. Let me open the forum for questions from investors. Are there any questions from investors? If not, we'll go to the next hand.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, Girendra.
Can I ask my question?
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
Thank you for that pitch. You talked about a lot of different target market segments. I didn't get a sense of the revenues that you're generating now. Is there a particular focus area that you start with try a smaller segment of the entire range of possibilities, just a smaller segment which you can capture completely and then move on to adjacent segments. Is there some kind of a roadmap that you have in your mind for growing your business?
Yeah, actually, the roadmap is required only for the initial launch or few installations in the industries, because it is so industry agnostic that this might be the first of the kind wall that you can mass produce. You can pick it off the shelf, install, configure, and use it for variety of purposes and variety of applications. So for us, it hardly matters which industry really goes forward for that. So it's really whoever comes first is a best client for us. And then we would be going through channel partner network from automation system integrators, because it would be actually B2B, not we are going to every customer after that.
Okay, thank you.
I hope it answered.
Okay, any other questions for Samit or Satish Parkar?
Can I go next?
Yeah, good.
Mr. Satish, I have a question over here. So the product which you are dealing with, which are your competitors and how you have a competitive advantages? Because I have seen similar companies.
Right. Competition, you can say either all the current players, right from small and big industries globally, or none, because there is no comparison as far as technology and offerings are concerned. And if you consider the time-old things that are carried out for 4 decades, then all the players who are there today are the competitors.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, this wall you are talking about, the specific technology. What is the flow rates? Means what industry you are targeting? Is that pharmaceutical industry or food industry? And what kinds of flows are there? And what is the accuracy of dispensing or packaging?
Right. So I'll answer the last one first, because we are setting new international standards for accuracy and precision. All over the world today, they talk about percentage error of the target volume, and that is the cumulative loss everywhere. As you must have seen the day-to-day life example of dispensing right from a huge continuous flow down to the ink dropper like a drop. Irrespective of the target quantity, you can chase any target to the last drop. Okay, so that is the huge change or the radical change in accuracy and precision, you can say. And number two, as far as flow rates are concerned, the first example that I had given there has almost 500 grams per second kind of a flow, and simply by gravity down the line to fraction of a gram. And flow rate is only one when the wall is 100% open, and then there is no second flow rate, but there are several packets that are closely deviated in terms of milligrams or so. And what the third question was, may I ask you again, the middle one, second question of yours?
Which target industry?
Yeah, target industry, almost every industry would have some or the other applications, because even though the end product is not in the liquid form, there are several processes inside that are critical in adding the liquids. Even automobile industry may have its own requirement, though the end product is a vehicle. You may surprise even the film development process that needs several formulation batchings inside to have a consistency there. So variety of
Are we talking of benign harmless liquids or corrosive liquids also covered? And
yeah, the present
hazardous liquids also covered?
Yeah, definitely, because it is safe for hazard liquids. It is pneumatically actuated. So another thing is that material of construction is SS316 and Teflon. So right from dairy to hazardous chemicals, most of the liquids it would be compatible for. Very few liquids might not be compatible. You can have another metal for that.
And just last short question, what is the diameter, that means the nominal size of these products? which range we are talking about?
Right. So
Dispensing size, aperture.
Aperture. So we need actually very less number of wall sizes here because rangeability is very high. Rangeability is very high. So we have one of the size we had dispensed even 5 gram nail paint also from the same wall, and you can even fill a bucket or a drum barrel also from the same. The thing is that you can have even the larger sizes as well with different actuation, might be motorized actuation or some other ways, because concept is not limited to the size.
Okay, can you post your phone number and contact details?
Definitely.
Thanks a lot.
And there are YouTube videos also, which I
Okay.
would welcome you to watch. So you're welcome to visit that as well. And I think you are in Thane, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, I am in Thane.
Yeah, we had a talk quite some time ago. We can meet as well.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for all the questions for Samip. Let's move to the next company now.
So next we have a fragrance story. They're manufacturing a perfume which goes just beyond the fragrance, or as Rishikesh likes to call it, it tells a story, a fragrance story. So let's hear it from Rishikesh and his team.
Story, a perfume company with a difference. We are the only company in India in doing what we do. We offer the freshness of the Goan sea beaches in our perfume by name Goa. We offer the soul of Narmada Parikrama in our perfume by name Parikrama. Our mission is to help discover India through this unique way of storytelling. Our vision is to become the highest selling niche fragrance brand in the next 5 years. Our fragrances challenge the premise that wearing a classy fragrance must be expensive, unlike the foreign perfume brands. The perfume market size in India is of around 10,000 crores. 70% is deodorants and 30% is perfumes. This perfume market is again subdivided in between 3 categories: below 500 rupees, then in between 500 to 1000 rupees, and above 1000 rupees. This middle category is also known as the affordable luxury category, and we fall into this category. The other brands who fall into this category are The Man Company, Bombay Shaving Company, and Yardley. The good news is that this category is going to grow the highest in India till 2025 at the CAGR of around 16% per annum. We have identified certain key gaps in the Indian perfume industry. The usage of perfumes for others is getting more important than for self. Perfumes are not made taking into consideration the Indian climate and the weather. Lot of celebrity endorsement is happening, so that key focus is somehow missing. And if you want to buy a good quality fragrance, then it is very, very expensive. Our journey so far, we are present in more than 150 select retail outlets in Pune, Mumbai, Goa, and Bangalore. We are successfully selling at 20 airport shops. We are present on all the major e-commerce portals, and our rating is 4.8 against 5. We will be doing a turnover of around 1 crore this year with a profit of around 17.7 lakhs. You can see the transition. The journey has been very exciting for us with lots and lots of learning. Now we have fragrances dedicated to the rivers of India, to the exotic locations of India, and with lot of gifting options. This has created a very good impact for us. It has helped us enhancing our brand positioning in the market. There is an increase in our customer retention and increase in our sales from offline and online channel. Our customers are basically customers who are upgrading themselves from deodorants to perfumes, men and women who are looking at an alternative to their expensive imported perfume for the daily usage. A bit of unit economics, our profits are in the range of around 17 to 18%. Gross margins are in the range of around 65%. There is a tremendous opportunity lying ahead. There is an increased focus on the personal grooming, emergence of the working women, so they have lot of disposable income. The total addressable market is of around 1200 crores. SAM is of around 500 crores, and SOM is of around 100 crores. And to address this market that is going to grow in India and to cater to this huge demand, we need funds. We need 3 crores. We need funds so that we can build enough of stock, so that we can spend on research and development and launch nicer and nicher products going ahead, so that we can then spend on marketing aggressively, especially the digital platform and also the offline channel in the form of the branded furniture and in the form of the POS material, and recruit good talent so that our company becomes stronger. We are looking at a strategy, a smart strategy of having a combination of offline sales and online sales. We are looking to grow from 2-state to 5-state and then to 10-state operation at the end of the third year. We are also looking at having more presence at the airports from 20 shops now to 50 shops at the end of the third year. And we are also going to crack into the CSD canteens. We are going to look at online sales very aggressively and focus on the gifting portals like Fern and Petals and IGP. We're going to promote heavily our own website through the Google advertisements, and we are also going to look at crossing the borders through this online channel. We are looking at a turnover of around 2.5 crores at the end of the first year post investment, turnover of 9 crores at the end of the second year, and turnover of 38 crores at the end of the third year, with the profits in the range of around 20%, gross margins in the range of around 70 to 80%. And we are also going to ensure that our online contribution goes up from 20% to 30% at the end of the third year. Our team, I take care of the sales function. Ashlisha is the creative director. Prajakta, who is the chartered accountant, takes care of the finance. And Aniruddha, who is the management graduate, takes care of the marketing. Thank you.
Thank you, Rishikesh. The forum is open for questions from investors.
This is Naresh. Rishikesh, I have a question for you. So in your TAM story, I think I thought I saw mainly India as the target market. But I think later in the presentation, you mentioned that you're looking to cross boundaries, borders, on your online story. So could you elaborate on that? Does your TAM number also include global sales, or are they primarily focused on India right now?
So currently the TAM is restricted to the Indian market only. But recently we have tested by going in the UAE market through Amazon. But that's a very small market. The small response we've got there, because we haven't spent any money or promoted as such there. But we are going to, because the response, though limited, but it was good. The feedback was good. So TAM is currently restricted only to 1,200 crore as far as India is concerned. It is not taking into consideration the international market.
Okay, and so beyond UAE or Middle East, do you see any other geographies wherein this product could be, or suite of products could be marketable?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have got certain inquiries from US recently, but we didn't have that association with any courier partner to send our products to US. So we are talking with the online partners who can also courier our products to US, which won't incur very higher costs, because that is also very important. So we are trying to find out how that can be done. So we are looking at US and Europe and Middle East through this online medium to start selling our products in the near future.
So if I could come in here, basically we are looking to tell the story of India through perfumes. Each of our perfume is based on a theme which is very close to India. So wherever the Indian diaspora exists, or wherever there is the pride of India exists, these perfumes can sell, because we are looking at this niche story and this niche markets all over the world.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. Thanks, Project. Yep.
Yeah.
So have you thought of tying up with India diaspora organizations, if that is your real market?
Yes. So we are just a 3-year-old company right now. We focused the last 3 years on developing a product which can sell internationally. So we spent a lot of time on developing the logo, the product, the juice, the packaging and everything. And now we are seeking this investment so that we can, go and target these Indian organizations, the Indian diaspora and everything. Though that is the plan in the years to come. Because we are right now focused in India, we have shown only the Indian TAM, because this is what we can do in India also. And then the world is also, open beyond that. So those steps we are planning to take with this funding.
Can I step in?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What is the manufacturing base and what is the safety care taken in the manufacturing? Are there any solvent extraction processes or hazardous processes involved? And scaling
So
up
we are,
as
yeah. So like most of the startups here, we have a contract manufacturing. We are manufacturing it out of a facility which is government registered, which has got all the registrations and everything, because alcohol is used in this, so it needs to have
Right.
all those FDA and drug excise, all those registrations are in place for that contract manufacturing facility. Also, we as marketers have the necessary registry. Rishikesh, you can correct me if I'm.
Yeah, and whatever juice we make, it is all our own preparation. It's all our
proprietary.
formulation. Yeah. So that care is also taken.
So the blending is basically done by you.
Sir,
the
yes,
formulation.
blending absolutely is done by us, and we only supply the final juice to the manufacturer, contract manufacturer.
I think Giri sir has a question.
Yeah, my question is this: how do you discover pricing for such a product? I mean, if you're going to go international for the Indian diaspora, are you thinking of a premium pricing or not? I just wanted to understand.
So currently we are positioning ourselves as the affordable luxury, but going forward, I mean, if you have to send products, to out of India, we will have to then incur into the cost of the courier, the transportation, etc. So that pricing will be accordingly. I mean, we haven't yet priced our products taking into consideration the out of India market. So that will definitely have these points included into the pricing.
No, looks like you're still thinking cost plus pricing, and I'm just wondering if the product needs some kind of a premium pricing because of the story that you have.
Yeah.
Yes, very valid point. So we are thinking of those lines also, working with Aniruddha and some people in the marketing and other aspects to see how we can price it better.
And
okay, thanks.
If I
Sorry,
just
is there another question?
One question: are you thinking, are you going to continue contract manufacturing, or you're thinking of having your own facility in your future?
Currently, I mean, our stocks, it needs to have the volumes, to have our own manufacturing facility. So we're looking at that probably at the end of the third or the fourth year, that we'll probably have that viability to have our own manufacturing.
So this funding has got nothing to do with that.
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rishikesh. Please follow up with people who are interested in having additional questions.
Yeah.
Devdutt, can we go to the next one?
Sure. So next, we're going to hear Shalaka Biosciences. They're working on manufacturing nutraceuticals from agro-waste. So let's hear it from Dr. Brinal and her team.
Hello, this is Dr. Mridal Saraf, founder of Shalaka Biosciences. Shalaka Biosciences manufactures nutraceuticals from agro-waste, along with some dietary supplements. Shalaka means beam of light, and we want our products to be beam of life. So, natural nutrients for healthy building. Extensive research on thrombocytopenia and papaya leaf has given the outcome of this health product range as a dietary supplement and nutraceuticals. As we all know, due to hectic schedule, we are facing many problems and we have lost complete lifestyle. As a result, we are open to junk food, and junk foods are nothing but full of all type of chemicals, preservatives. Moreover, they are coated with fertilizers and sprayed with fertilizers. Outcome of this is that our human body has become the permanent resident of many types of diseases and disorders, which include diabetes, hyperlipidemia, osteoarthritis, heart disease, and what not. So, under the umbrella of Shalaka Biosciences, we try to correct these lifestyle errors and also try to relieve the pain of chronic diseases and disorders. So we are manufacturing nutraceuticals from agro waste. Agro waste is anyways a severe headache for farmers, and it generally goes for dumping or for drying. It was observed during the research that it is rich in minerals, vitamins, dietary fibers, and many vital biochemicals. No one today would like a platter full of pills and capsules and tablets or the powders of medicine. Moreover, we would love or relish the plate full of all kinds of minerals and nutrients in the form of a proper staple food. So the outcome of our first product is banana flower soup, which is our patented product, and the features are mentioned over here. It is available in 4 forms for all the common man. The another most featured product is fructose oligosaccharide. It has many applications. Moreover, it is a replacement to the sugar. It does not use insulin for digestion. That is the major feature of this product. Team has a strong pillar of engineer, doctor, and scientist with the experience of more than 25 years. Considering the competition, there are many MNCs and branded companies which can cause the change. Even the local companies like DSK Limited, Immense Healthcare are major participants. Some MLMs like Kiva, Element, Herbalife also play an important role to compete. Local doctors who have cottage setup can also hurdle the production. The business model would work through CSRs, donation, availability on digital platform, distribution network to the target market and the end user. Considering the market size of a metro city like Mumbai, the target available is around 1.25 crores, but we cannot reach up to all. Considering the diabetic case, around 15 lakh people are diabetic, out of which 1.5 come under SM, 0.15 come under SOM, and we can actually reach up to 0.015 lakh people. Hereby, we expect the funds of nearly 1 crore for sales and marketing so that we can develop our sales and marketing team and executives. We can work on packaging, marketing, digital platforms, sales office and infrastructure, along with packaging and office automation. Thank you for such a great opportunity. Looking forward for the positive response. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you, Mrinal. Let's go to questions from investors. Are there any questions for Shalaka?
I have a question rather than a suggestion. Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, go ahead, please. Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Second product you talk about fructose oligosaccharides. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So regarding this fructose oligosaccharide, I would suggest you to why not to build another product which can really be combined with the probiotics, because FOS, these are nonetheless prebiotic material. And if you could combine it with the probiotics, it will have a great impact.
Yes, sir, we are
So
working
this is
along with it. So we are working on it, and we are making it in the form of gummies and some ingredients for bakery products. We have developed the range of bakery products, and now we are developing gummies and as an ingredient for some of the bakery products.
okay.
Yeah.
Are there any other questions for Mrinal? Okay, if there are additional questions, you can always post it in chat and she can follow up with you. Devlet, you can go to the next company, please.
All right. So next we have Idea Stack. Idea Stack helps students launch their STEM projects with their co-founder networking services and industry mentorship from various STEM fields. Let's hear it from Vismay and his team.
Hey, I'm Vismay Srinboy, founder here at ideastack.org. As a STEM student, I've been dabbling around in STEM projects for the past 5 years now. And I've come across two primary problems that have kept me and the vast student body from being able to successfully build STEM projects. The first problem is a lack of networking opportunities. 41% of all tertiary STEM education graduates have actively partaken in STEM projects at some point throughout their educational journeys. Yet, there is no networking platform which specifically caters to their need to find fellow students with similar STEM interests and a willingness to solve the same issue. The second problem is a lack of industry mentorship. With lack of foresight and experience, the need for industry mentors is ever so prominent for students. In fact, 93% of survey respondents from one of our local studies here in Dubai, which mainly included project building students, indicated a strong need for industry mentorship. This brings us to ideastack.org, a platform which helps students launch their STEM projects with networking services and industry mentorship. Our networking interface provides students the ability to browse, join, and even create projects of their own choice. Students also derive value from industry mentorship from across various different fields and backgrounds, from tech experts to business developers, you name it. Coming to our key stakeholders, while students are the end users who derive value from all these features, eventually our paying customers are institutions whose student base provides for an inflow of users. These schools have an official benchmark to meet in terms of practical STEM education, and we help them meet that benchmark by providing a SaaS for their incubator and project development programs. We help them meet their priority of improving this project development process for their students. As part of our go-to-market strategy, wherein we'll be launching in the UAE first, we're planning on offering our services to our first 5 schools for free. Schools derive purchasable value from communities where student engagement and network effects are already into play. And we plan on creating that with our first 5 schools. Our initial iterations in these schools will help us understand the practical challenges in delivering these sets of propositions and also further adapting and expanding them to university students. After this, we'll begin charging schools. We plan on charging schools an annual price of $2,000 in consideration of the relatively large annual average spend on STEM EdTech and SaaS applications, eventually translating to a 90% gross profit margin and a profit per unit of $1,400 per school or 70% per unit, taking CAC into account. Starting with a TAM of $6 billion, our SAM in the top 10 serviceable countries where STEM education has already advanced condenses down to $100 million. And so we're benchmarking a SOM of $12 million with our go-to-market countries in consideration for the next 5 years of operations. Given our target of onboarding 50 schools this year, we've made conservative revenue projections of $100,000 in Y1 with an eventual goal of serving 450 schools and universities by the end of Y3. We're actively collaborating with STEM tutorships, which act as a source of mentors for IdeaStack. IdeaStack offers these organizations referral marketing and profit sharing based on users who frequently book appointments with their mentors. And this serves as a primary partnership incentive. IdeaStack also integrates other add-on third-party services which help students build their projects. For example, graphic design or marketing support. We share profits on such paid services which are offered at subsidized costs exclusively for our users. So with this $30,000 pre-seed round, we'll be able to onboard our first 25 schools by the end of Q1 2023 and further expand categorically to universities and geographically to other countries to meet the goal of acquiring first 50 schools by the end of year 1. We need your partnership to scale and grow. So join us and become part of the next big thing in the STEM EdTech industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Vismay. Any questions for Vismay?
Hello, can I speak, sir?
Hey,
Yeah,
please
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Yeah, myself, Professor Arun. I am calling from Ahmednagar, Maharashtra. It's a
Yeah,
very
go ahead.
interesting story. Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah, very interesting story. From last 30 years, I am working in higher education, and what I have observed that students are getting, they are struggling to get the internship. This idea stack is really useful for students to have these projects. Uh, in my college specifically, I have almost 200 plus students at postgraduate level and 500 plus students at undergraduate level. So we people are interested to have such a type of guidance.
Means pure and
Yeah,
Yeah, go
science
ahead.
and technology. Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead. Somebody interrupted, but you
Yeah.
go ahead, please. Yeah.
Yeah, that STEM, science technology related projects, specifically IT, electronics, biotechnology, microbiology, that type of expertise and postgraduate classes are there in our college. So we people are interested if we get the more details about it. Sir, specifically for short-term spans, is that internship is available? Guidance for the project?
Okay, so Professor Arun, what I suggest is you connect with Vismay, and offline you can have more detailed discussion in terms of what's available.
Please give your contact number, email ID, and name so that I can independently contact you.
Yeah. You can go through
Yeah.
Garze Marathi, no problem. Everything is
That's
with
good.
us, no problem. Yeah, please.
Sure, Professor. Thank you.
Hi Vismay, this is Amit. I have a question. You mentioned you are starting from UAE first. Any specific logic behind it or something like that?
He's best in UAE.
Interesting question. Firstly, as Anand sir said, our team and I am based completely in the UAE. Plus, also we have a competitive advantage because as students, we have that first mover advantage where we can easily penetrate the market here. We have strong administrative contacts within schools here in the UAE, and that helps us go to market within UAE schools itself. It also helps us tap into reference leads and helps us understand the practical challenges in delivering these propositions with that first mover advantage.
Okay, and is your product only limited to only projects, or is there any further way out you are planning for in a long term thing?
Right, interesting question. So I think when we started IdeaStack out, what we wanted to do was anything in our power to essentially help develop the STEM space from a student point of view. So initially, our focus was just on projects and just on high school projects. But the more we look at it, we want to start developing this further into university segments and eventually also help mentors themselves query and find interns among student bases in IdeaStack. So along with this project development process that we want to improve, we also want to help improve the entire intern search process as well. But again, that's something we're looking for into the future. Not yet. But great question. Yeah.
I have a couple of suggestions. We can connect offline, and if you need any help in India specific to Maharashtra, I can help you. I work with the state government, so I can help.
Great. Amit, I will organize that. I will connect that. By the way, Vismay is the youngest entrepreneur Garze Marathi has ever mentored. Okay.
We won't tell you his age here, but you can follow.
Can I ask my question?
Sure.
Please.
Go ahead.
It's actually not a question, and good to know that Vismay is the youngest one, and appropriate that is working with students and working on a student problem. So that's perfect. I actually, not as an investor, but I wanted to talk about a non-profit activity that I'm very much a part of as a president and board member. It's called an organization called I4C. It's a non-profit. And you may have heard some of the initiatives that we run, which are student hackathons, including the most well-known Smart India Hackathon. We are the team working behind that, and we have expanded that to now smart school hackathons for school children, as well as doing hackathons for corporates. I mean, bringing the problems from corporates to the students, not just from the ministries, which is the story of Smart India Hackathon. So this is very, very aligned and adjacent, because we do want to offer students something more than just the hackathons.
And indeed, Vismay, the problem that they're working on in the hackathons itself could be taken up as projects with the right corporate support and mentors and so on. So although you are more focused on schools and we are more focused on universities, it's good to know that you are moving towards universities on the one hand, and we are also doing something for the schools. So it would be a very good alignment. I think please let us get in touch and see what we can do to take this forward.
Okay, excellent.
Sure,
Vismay, you are getting a lot of traction here. That's good. So just follow up with these guys.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much.
Okay, so let's move to the next starter. Dave.
Yeah, before we move to the next startup, do you want to, like, should we all take a 5 minutes break? It's already 1 hour, so we can probably join in the next 5 minutes.
Do we need a break? I mean,
if we need.
Yeah.
I think we can continue. And
We can continue. Okay.
Let's continue. Dave, you can
Yeah,
play
please
that.
continue.
Then you can take a break for yourself.
No, I had suggested him. Maybe, if sometimes it becomes too much that people need a short break, a biological break, maybe. But anyway, if nobody's, we can continue.
Also, one quick announcement. So we are only allowing judges and investors to ask questions today, as it is a demo day. So any other member, if you want to ask questions or want to connect with team, please put it in the chat and we'll help you connect with that team. All right. So moving to our next team here, Amlan Driven Corp. So they're working on building a technology to purify water bodies. So let's hear it from Srijan and his team.
Amlan means pure and practical, hence the name. Amlan River Corp aims to make practically pure water bodies. Amlan River Corp optimizes technology to purify water body and sanctifying the nature. We are dedicated towards fighting marine environment pollution and facilitating waste management in India. I am Shrijan Praveen Taide, the CEO and founder of Amlan River Corp Private Limited. We are currently incubated at Marathwada Accelerator for Growth and Incubation Council, Garje Marathi Group, Stanford Seeds Park Program, and are funded by HDFC CSR Parivartan with a fund of INR 2 million. We proudly speak about the water bodies, which rejuvenates the entire beauty of our country. With water being the maximum used resource, we are polluting it at an exponential rate. If we do not stop this pollution, we will render our water bodies useless and toxified. The problems to which we are bringing solution is the unskilled labor-tended approach in water trash skimming gives out very less efficiency, hardly making any difference. To solve the other problem, India was buying improvised water trash skimming vessels at an extremely high cost, and we are hoping to bring that around 75% cost reduction on that aspect. As the improvised cleaning vessels were not adaptable to all the water bodies due to their shortcoming, as rightly said, one size doesn't fit all. We, with our solution, intend to bring 85% target location accessibility due to its highly scalable design. Lastly, the insurmountable gap between the sewage generation and the sewage treatment, a staggering 72% of trash attrition which straight up gets into the water bodies. We aim to work as an independent swing arm of Ministry of Jal Shakti to achieve cleaner water bodies, sanitized and beautified water bodies, improvement of marine tourism, generation of employment opportunities in and around the water bodies, Make in India initiative powering Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, and policy making for water body protection in the future. The MVP known as the Cataclean 1.0 is a water trash skimmer that will be skimming trash over the surface of water. It has an active cleaning methodology, versatile operational capability to be deployed in any water body having a minimum depth of at least 1.5 meters, greater maneuverability and multi-purpose design, which can be turned into water taxis, water autos, port and harbor supply vessel, fishing vessel, supply and survey boat vessel, water sport vessels as well. The competitor, the studies. The Ocean Cleanup is a company which has its own trash skimmer known as the Interceptor. The major difference that we intend to bring here is on the economical side, that is on the price. The Cataclean 1.2 contributes to Make in India initiative and multi-purpose cleaning vessel, having a lot of other uses to the same boat as well. The feature of this Cataclean 1.2 is that it is very agile, resilient, and a powerful vessel due to its size. Interceptor, on the other hand, is a very stationary, strong, and an enormous vessel. The mechanism on which both of these work are totally opposite. One is the active cleaning method, which the Cataclean uses, and the passive cleaning method, which is the Interceptor uses. The market opportunity. The problem of pollution is spread wherever human beings are, making it a global problem, not just India's. To speak about just India, we have spent over 25,000 crore spent on just one river, that is River Ganga, to achieve waterfront development, rejuvenation, and revitalization of the river. We have 7 such major river systems, 94 major lakes, 41 ponds, and 23 lakes to tend to, making a big space for this company. Our business model is basically to partner with FRP boat yards for the construction of the vessel, fertilizer and manure making business for the organic waste management, and recycled plastic waste management businesses to facilitate the inorganic part. We intend to work on a BOO model, that is build, own and operate. We are interested to connect with investors in the B2G business, clean tech, and waterways and water domain experts to explore synergy. Thank you, and hope to make difference with the offering.
Okay, thank you, Shriran. Any questions for Shriran?
Hello, I'm Bhushan from
go ahead,
Jalgaon. Yeah. Do you have your minimum viable product ready at this moment or not yet?
Thank you for the question, sir. We are currently in the process of development. Most likely the construction will be completed by the end of December.
Okay, the another quick question that how do you segregate the material which will be collected? Basically the solid waste which we will collect, especially the plastic material and organic waste. How to segregate that?
Basically, we are in talks with other waste management businesses which undertake this process of waste segregation. Our main focus is on collection and removal of garbage from the water bodies. Then these decentralized waste management units will be taking this waste, segregating it, and processing it differently.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Amit Kothare, don't you want to comment on this?
Sir, we are already in touch.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are taking it offline.
That's good.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, are there any other questions for Shriran? Okay, if not, we can go to the next one.
All right, moving to our next team, Drew Farm. So they're building technology-centric platform for inclusive and sustainable agricultural development. Let's hear it from Sanket and his team.
Greetings from Drew Farm. This is Ankit Kedar, CEO of Drew Farm Technology Private Limited, addressing from the ground. We are committed to create sustainable technology solutions for the farmers and being their partners in the farming journey. I am Sanket Kedar, CEO, a tech-centric farmer and entrepreneur. Our team brings invaluable experience and capabilities from technology, research, and farming. In December 2016, I met with an accident and doctor advised me a bed rest for 8 months. While I was on bed rest, I closely observed decisions made by my father, who is farmer, for irrigation, fertigation, and pesticide applications. And I noticed that most of the decisions were generic ones, regardless of real-time crop health and soil conditions. Later, I found that scientific knowledge gap, traditional methodologies, and lack of farm-specific data leads to generic decisions. These generic decisions further leads to lowering yield, poor quality production, and huge economic losses for the farmers. With this background, to address this gap for millions of farmers of India, Drew Farm has developed Sarthi, Our Sarthi is helping farmer to improve farm productivity up to 20%, reducing the use of irrigation up to 50%, reducing the fertilizer and pesticide use up to 20%. Our Sarthi has climatic, canopy and soil sensor as well as cloud platform. So the sensor collects the data from the ground in every 10 minutes. Then this data is sent it to cloud platform where machine learning algorithm analyze the data and provide call to action to the farmer in his local language. Since 2019, we have had 4 versions including POC. Every version we have improvised on the technology front. Feedback received from the farmers. Following benefits achieved from the pilots with more than 24 farmers. Our Sarthi is improved farm productivity and quality up to 20%, reduces the fertilizer pesticide usage up to 20%, and water saving was more than 50% per acre. Our Sarthi is providing site-specific, crop-specific advisory to the farmer in his local language with 24/7 monitoring. We are providing farm-specific call to action to the farmer in his local language, unlike our competitors. We are integrating agronomy knowledge with the data. We are providing disease prediction, real-time advice, real-time monitoring, all of this at 60% cheaper than competitors. We have B2B, B2G and B2C business models. Our primary customer being farmer, we are focusing on B2C models to generate initial revenue. As per our projections, we have planned to having 10,000 customers by end of 2026. We will generate annual revenue of 62 million rupees by the end of 5th year. On realistic front, with 50% discounted in sales numbers, we will generate annual revenue of 28 million rupees by the end of 5th year. Farmer as primary customer. Currently, India has more than 6.70 million hectares of farm, while Maharashtra has more than 800,000 hectares of farm. Initially, we are targeting 100,000 hectares of farm in Nashik, Sangli, Solapur district. To extend our collaboration, we are also tying up with agri-universities, contract farming companies, plantation companies, crop research project and institutional research. And recently, we have received purchase order from Maharashtra Rajya Draksha Bagadar Sangha. As a tech-centric company, DruFarm is also developing low-cost cattle health management system, which is recently supported and funded by BIRAC. We are raising 80 lakh Indian rupees for next 12 months for product development, salaries, marketing, and capex. And I would like to extend my sincere gratitude for giving me this opportunity to present our technology. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanket. Any questions for Sanket?
So Sanket, this is Naresh. Are you revenue generating today and are you profit making company today?
Okay, sir. So we have had partially paid pilots since last 2 years to test our technology thoroughly in all weather condition, and we are ready to launch by November this year.
Okay.
And we have recently received purchase order from Maharashtra Rajya Draksha Bagadar Sangha.
Okay.
Yes.
Sanket,
yes, sir.
Any hardware you have physically made and already used in the farm?
Yes, sir.
Can we
yes,
visit
sir. We have
it?
already tested. Sure, sir. Sure, no problem.
Could you put the location or contact details?
Sure, sir.
Okay.
So Sanket, another question, is there any ongoing support cost? Like taking a look at the device, maintaining it, any maintenance cost that is involved once you buy the product?
So we have thoroughly tested for 3 years. So what we have understood that we have designed new enclosure and new PCB that will be not affected of weather at least for 3 years. And we have giving warranty up to 5 years for the farmers.
Okay. So your price point right now that you just shared, that's only the one-time
yes, sir.
cost
25,000 rupees for a device and then 3,000 rupees a year for analytics.
Okay, but no maintenance is included right now.
No.
Okay,
no,
I see. Okay.
Sanket, one quick suggestion. You're trying to address B2C, B2B, and B2G. Don't you think that this is too wide a net? And unless you try to bifurcate the businesses into three different entities by themselves, because I think to manage B2C itself is going to be a huge challenge. And managing B2G is totally different animal, and B2B is still wilder cat to tame. So from that perspective, I think you might want to look at one segment, make it successful, and then perhaps look at the others. And probably you will need to segregate the marketing force, the development force, because I think B2B will require significant market support and other activities. So it's a too big a challenge to handle simultaneously.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your advice. We'll sure we will work on that, sir. But sir, I'll just actually contract farming companies have a big market. Suppose we have to go 1% to 1% B2C. So if B2C, B2B come into play, that we can deploy our mass at the mass scale. So that's why we are working on it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for all the nice questions. Hope Sanket can follow up on that one. Dev, do you want to go to the next one?
Yep. Next, we have Soundscope. They're working on B2B SaaS platform to improve the efficiency of ultrasound services. So let's hear it from Dr. Parag and his team.
Hello everyone. Introducing Soundscope, B2B SaaS platform to improve efficiency of ultrasound services. I am Dr. Parag Mahajan, one of the founders of Soundscope. I am a radiologist with more than 25 years of experience in medical ultrasound. Motivation for Soundscope came from seeing patients and colleagues affected by serious flaws in the ultrasound workflow. I have seen families distraught due to missed ultrasound findings like missed birth defects. I have also seen radiologists, including myself, accused of missing findings for no fault of theirs. A sonographer views a live ultrasound video and saves a few images for permanent storage. The radiologist prepares a report based on the saved images and the sonographer's notes. But if the finding is not there in the images, it is not reported. This problem occurs because the entire ultrasound video is never saved. In emergencies, the emergency doctors perform and interpret the ultrasound. But most of the possible because the technology does not exist. These are the problems leading to significant delays, errors, and rising costs. Broken communication between the patient, receptionist, physician, radiologist, and sonographer. Lack of real-time clinical decision support. Creating reports takes more time than performing ultrasound exam. More than 99% of the ultrasound video data is lost. Unlike CT and MRI, telereporting is not available for ultrasound, and worldwide shortage of radiologists and sonographers. These are the remedies from Soundscope to significantly improve efficiency during each step of the ultrasound workflow. AI-assisted seamless communication, real-time clinical decision support, and quick and auto reporting. Entire ultrasound video, including the raw data, is permanently stored. Revolutionary telereporting services and workload distribution amongst the subscribers. We already have the radiology information system, web portal, and the mobile app. The clinical decision support and the quick reporting modules should be ready by October end, and the video packs and the telereporting modules should be ready by the end of January 2023. Revenue is generated from software and AI app subscription, fee per emergency telereporting exam facilitated, and global franchising and partnerships. Our software is compatible with all ultrasound machines and is highly secure. We will be first to market. And oh, I forgot to mention here, our business is recession proof. The global ultrasound services market in 2019 was valued at about $110 billion US, and SOM for SoundScope is about 20 billion US dollars. Our projected revenue in 2028 is about 112 million US dollars. We have an excellent team comprising of 4 doctors and 2 software engineers. The 2 radiologists have a combined experience of 47 years in ultrasound. I have 3 years of experience in radiology AI research. Mr. Jyoti has many years of experience in AI applications development. Mr. Pakon has developed a full-fledged radiology information system 6 years ago. We are seeking 100,000 US dollars as a seed investment in Safe Notes to install and test the software in hospitals or clinics in India and to develop the PACS viewer and the AI applications marketplace. Do get in touch with us and start the exciting journey to revolutionize the global healthcare. And thank you for your time.
Thank you, Dr. Parag. Any questions for Dr. Parag? You can also post your questions on chat if you want to come back later to those if we have more time. Are there any questions?
Parag, you want to concentrate only on Indian hospitals or beyond?
No, actually, initially for initial 1 year, we'll be focusing only on Indian hospitals or clinics. But the market is basically, targeted market is basically US and Europe.
Okay. So Indian market is only proof of concept?
It will be marketed in India also, but initial 1 year for development of AI applications and test the platform and to refine the platform, will be focusing specifically on Indian hospitals and clinics.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Parag.
Okay, Dr. Parag, there are a few things, few suggestions and some follow-ups for you in the chat, and some suggestions regarding where you can get some grants as well. So please follow up with on these suggestions with people who have posted that. Are there any other questions for Dr. Parag? Okay, if not, we can go to the next one.
There are a couple of questions in the chat.
Okay, sorry, Dr. Parag, do you want to address maybe 1 or 2 quick ones?
Yeah. Narendra Kaleji has asked why charge for software instead of charging for each transaction as a fee. Actually, we are doing both. The main software platform is a subscription based platform, and on top of that, it will facilitate telereporting services also. So each emergency telereporting exam facilitated will be charged a fee. So both revenue is there from both streams. Subscription charges for the main platform as well as emergency, fees per emergency telereporting exam facilitated.
So if you don't charge for software, it will your resistance barrier will really collapse. So people will just accept with open arms, and you are collecting toll for every X-ray or every examination that takes place. You are charging a small fee. So that perhaps could be having a wider acceptance. Just a thought.
No, actually, we are not charging for each and every exam that is reported through the platform. It is actually, this will be applicable to all ultrasounds done in that particular hospital. But we are charging fees per telereporting exam only, which will be a small part of the total number of examinations done through the platform in a particular hospital. this will be less than like 0.5% of the examinations, the telereporting examinations, emergency telereporting examinations reported will be less than 0.5% of the total number of exams done through the platform in a particular hospital.
Arun Joshi has question for you, Dr. Parag.
Yeah, Arunji has asked a question. What would be your software deployment method for each brand of ultrasound machine? How many machines have you tested? Have you set up cloud backend for data storage and retrieval? Well, actually, I have shown an image in the presentation whereby a big touch-based display unit will be installed adjacent to the ultrasound machine monitor. So it will be there right at the machine for the radiologist or sonographer to use the system, and the real-time clinical decision support and all applications and even communication apps will be available right at the machine while doing the ultrasound. And we will not be using a cloud storage for the video data. Basically, everything, all video data and image data will be stored in the local local computer, and the web connectivity will be there only for communication and transfer of basic patient details. And yeah, we'll be following all HIPAA standards and DICOM standards, all basic standards that are needed for regulatory approvals. We haven't tested it. Actually, it will not be tested on, it will not be installed on an ultrasound machine. It will be a separate, completely separate touch-based tablet, big tablet. So yeah, it will be installed on a separate touch-based tablet or a separate computer according to the preference of the customer. And there is no installation on the ultrasound machine is involved. There will be no, no intervention with the ultrasound machine as such, not at all.
Okay, thanks, Dr. Parag. I think you can follow up offline. There are 2 suggestions for you, so you can just follow up.
Yeah,
on
thank
those
you.
and also on
Thank you. Thank you for the questions.
Dev, we can go to the next one now.
Yep. So next we have Tasty Foodie. Tasty Foodie is a new generation food processing company powered by Maharashtrian food delicacy. So let's hear it from Nilesh and his team.
Hello everyone, I am Nilesh Ozarkar from Tasty Foodie. We are new generation food processing company specialized in Maharashtrian delicacies. Our product offer consistent taste and available throughout the year. Our journey so far, myself and Ravi, we know each other from our school days. We started our IT career together, and after spending 20 years, we have decided to pursue our food passion. Our manufacturing stint started at our home kitchen with initial order of 500 grams. And till date we have executed over 5 lakh kgs of food products. Our product has been adopted by India's largest food processing companies, world's largest cloud kitchen and age-old restaurants in and around Mumbai. Today, FBOs are facing challenges such as resource unavailability, people dependency, product unavailability, inconsistent tests, scalability and predictability in performance. To overcome FBO challenges, we came up with the off-the-shelf product solution which offer consistent homely tests throughout the year. Our innovative product development approach makes us different. It offers product differentiation to food business operators. Our can-do culture facilitates our customers in terms of retaining their legacy. We believe in nurturing partnerships and creating value for all stakeholders. Our products and services include over 30 plus off-the-shelf products. Our key drivers are batata vada masala, veg masala tikki, ukdiche modak, sabha vada. As far as frozen food is concerned, we have executed over 2 lakh pieces as a single order size to world's largest cloud kitchen. And in culinary paste, we have executed over 3,000 kg of masala to India's leading food processing company. Our revenue model consists of B2B food service and planning to have added focus on B2C moving ahead on the journey. Our unit economics suggests that we have high customer retention. Our acquisition cost is around 10,000 rupees and our lifetime value, which comes through lifespan of 5 years, comes to average rupees 30 lakhs. As far as market sizing is concerned, based on the research, our target addressable market estimated over 20,000 crore. Our service addressable market, which is India's organized as well as unorganized market, stand out at 10,400 crore, and our obtainable market estimated at 624 crore, which is 6% of SAM. Customer site trials and demonstration and factory visits are our key conversion strategy to acquire customers. As far as competition is concerned, we have competition from Bedecker, Sri Datta Snacks, ITC. We stand out in terms of traditional consistent test, affordability and customized solution. Our customized solution has been adopted by our competitors such as Bedecker adopted our Batata Vada Masala, Sri Datta Snacks outsourced their Matar patties to our end, and ITC has adopted our Veg Masala Tikki. As far as financial, our cost of goods sold is around 45% and our gross margin stand out at 55% plus, and we are growing at 68% year on year. We are likely to clock revenue of around 18 crores by 25-26. Our key enablers, Ravindra Durve, who takes care of factory management. I'm Nilesh, taking care of business development. Mr. Paintse guiding us on good manufacturing practice and product development. Mr. Hemant Mahajan, practicing chartered accountant. He helps us on accounting and taxation. Our funding requirement is around 2 crores to strengthen our production capacity, adopt international standards, to open up new markets and set up our R&D center and branding and promotion. To wrap up, we are new generation food processing company specialized in food delicacies. We are growing at 68% year on year and we need funding to fuel our next level growth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nilesh. That makes me a little bit hungry. Let's go to questions.
Appreciate.
Are there any questions for Nilesh?
Do you plan to go beyond Maharashtra or Maharashtrian food?
Yeah, we are planning basically. We are already doing it multiple states in India and planning to get into export too.
Okay.
By 23.
What he meant to ask is that are you thinking of making products beyond Maharashtrian products?
Yeah, right now we are doing it already, but our more focus is on Maharashtrian products. We are doing it for North Indian as well as South Indian. Some of our key customers are in the South Indian space too.
No, but are you serving the South Indian food or Maharashtrian food to South Indian customers?
It's both. It's a combination of Maharashtrian food as well as South Indian. For example, Sabuna Vada to South Indian people and Kothambir Vadi to South Indian people, and doing their coconut chutney, sambar and puliogare rice and other products like dosa bhaji.
I see.
Yeah.
And the food is actually packaged food, right? I mean, it's
It's a ready to cook food. It's a RTC segment in culinary paste at ambient temperature as well as frozen food.
Okay.
Para fried.
Actually, your presentation did not mention this.
Yeah, we have off-the-shelf product slide in terms of product and services where we have culinary paste, instant mixes, frozen food.
Do you foresee any supply chain related issues with raw material, all the manpower involved? We see heavily, I think,
Yeah, supply chain disruptions are there basically. In COVID, especially, we have faced all this, and we are working on the same to have the integrated aspects.
Okay. No, I do see a lot of challenges in this kind of
Yeah,
business.
agreed. Yeah, unless until we optimize supply chain, basically, it's hard to earn money.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions for Nilesh?
Before we go to next question, next startup, I would vouch for the test of his products. I had been to his factory and I have tested those.
Appreciate Anandji.
Okay.
Okay,
Anandji, we can have put a photo of Anandji and say that endorsed by.
That's right.
people look at think Anand endorsing food products. They are not going to buy you.
Thank you.
Nilesh can endorse.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, there.
Next, we have Suryatech Power. They are working on building a hybrid EV charging station. So let's hear it from Mayur and his team.
CEO of Suryatech. Hi, I'm Mayur Kamlakar, founder and CEO of Suryatech EV Power. Let's sun fuel your drive. Suryatech EV Power is first of its kind hybrid electric vehicle charging station which uses solar power and also grid-tied power to charge the electric vehicles. What are the current problems we are facing as of today in the electric vehicle space? There are more than 2.2 million electric cars in the US. According to the research, 55% of these vehicles in the United States by 2030 are going to be electric vehicles. Currently, there are only two major electric vehicle charging suppliers who are 100% using electric power to charge electric vehicles. Suryatech EV Power provides eco-friendly way to charge an electric vehicle. We have a patent pending with the US Patent Office. We use solar power with grid-tied electricity to charge electric vehicles. Our charging stations can charge 8 electric cars at the same time 24/7. All charging stations are connected to the cloud server and can be controlled remotely. Users will have access to the cell phone application which will provide them real-time charging status. Our charging stations are 100% movable and can be easily relocated to the zip codes with more EV traction. Our targeted customer is the EV user who cannot charge his EV at home, someone living in an apartment or condos. Electric vehicle market share as of September 2022. You can see we have taken into account 6 major states in the US where blue graph shows the current EVs on road versus the orange which shows the charging stations. So you can see there is a huge demand for public charging stations in the coming years with the significant increase of electric vehicles. Here you can see the market share. The current market share is valued at 25.76 USD billion dollars with a potential of 115.47 USD billion dollars by 2027. Government is also funding a lot. Department of Energy has just announced a $5 billion funding for overall EV charging infrastructure. As of today, there are only two major competitors, EVgo and ChargePoint. Both of them are using electricity directly from the grid and no one is using any renewable source of charging for electric vehicles. Here you can see the roadmap. We have already patent pending with the US Patent Office. We have already locked the design. We will be working on procurement of the charging stations by November 2022. We have a back-end software engineering team working on the phone application and the expected date to complete the beta version for phone app is Q4 of 2022. Our goal is to have first pilot project launched in Q1 of 2023. Our revenue model is easy. It's monthly subscription versus pay-as-you-go model. In the monthly subscription, the user gets first month free and then from the next month he's charged $999 per month for the whole year. If you choose to do pay-as-you-go model, The user can pay easily using their credit cards by contactless payments, but they slightly have to pay a premium fee. Our business collaborations in future, we will be doing profit sharing partnership with restaurant chains in the US. We are already talking with university campuses for the installation of charging stations, gas petrol station partnerships. We will also be focusing on national state highways, rest areas. What are our team achievements so far? We have already shortlisted EV charging station vendor. We have already procured solar panels for 10 charging stations. We have received Pass UL certification on all our electrical equipments and solar structure. We have already received no objection certificate for installation of our charging stations at University of Massachusetts campuses. We are in talks with Dunkin' Donuts to install our charging stations at their retail locations. We have already received acceptance letter from 25 plus gas station owners in the state of Florida and Texas. We have a dynamic team of structural, mechanical, and electrical engineers. We also have a strong team who is involved on the project management side. Our cumulative team experience is over 75 years in the field of solar and EV charging space. Our financial projections you can see here. Right now we are raising seed angel round with safe note. Our investment ask is 250,000 USD dollars in the form of safe note. Thank you. Suryatech EV Power. Let sun fuel your drive. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Mayur. Any questions for Mayur?
May I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes,
go ahead. Please go ahead. You have mentioned 29 cents per kilowatt hour. How does it compare with grid-based charging stations?
So right now there are two companies here in the US. They are charging 29 to 33 cents per kilowatt hour. But when we are doing our initial calculations, we are coming somewhere close to 16 to 19 cents per kilowatt hour. That is because most of our charging during the daytime is coming from the solar power. So
in
our
India,
our pricing is
are
significantly lower than what the competitor is offering.
Are you targeting India market also?
Yes, that's the plan, sir. Eventually, we will also target India market. But as of now, I am based in the US and we have got the company registered here. And we have already been talking with the government funds, SBIR programs. So once we raise some funds here, we are definitely going to expand in India because we think that there is a huge potential in India and the EV car market is also significantly growing in India.
Yeah, particularly for the monsoon in India, any alternates switching to grid-based charging for these stations?
Yes, sir.
In the case of cloudy kind of.
Yes, sir. So the panels which we are using right now for our solar portion is bifacial panels which have higher solar efficiency. So they are designed to even generate power in the snowy states like New York or Massachusetts. So in India, we significantly have higher solar irradiation compared to the states here. So they will generate more than what we will be generating here. But during the monsoon time, to answer to your question, these panels are efficient, sir, to at least generate 26 to 27% electricity during the daytime.
The Indian cost of grid power is around 10 to 12 rupees per unit, that is kWh. So how does it compare for Indian market?
So as far as I know, sir, there is some kind of subsidy given by Maharashtra state. If we are looking in the state of Maharashtra from the renewable energy department, if you are using their power for some electrification of charging vehicles. So the price which is used for electrification in the residential or commercial purpose is higher than when you are comparing it for a renewable purpose. So that price will significantly be lower. I'm not sure, but it has to be 30 to 40% lower than what the unit charge price is right now.
Okay.
Any other questions for Mayur?
Yeah. Hi, Mayur. This is Girindra here. So I suspect, Mayur, that this is going to be an extremely competitive business. So a couple of questions on that. What is your claim to score over the competition? I mean, what is your answer to the why you question? How would you be distinctly better than others and capture more market than the others and so on? And second question is, what are the margins in this business?
Good question, sir. So right now in the US market, if we are looking at, there are very few charging station companies who are providing universal charging. There is Tesla, who has a Tesla chargers which are only used for Tesla cars. But our charging station is universal. So you can basically charge a Tesla or also other Hyundai, Toyota, or other traditional cars. So there is a broad charging scope when we are looking at charging perspective. And we also have a patent on the solar plus grid-tied charging stations, which is pending right now. But right now, as of today, there are only two competitors. So there is not much competition. And also moving forward, we are planning on targeting restaurant chains, franchisees. Like we are already in talks with Dunkin' Donuts, where we will be significantly reducing our cost by installing solar panels on their existing facilities and then using their parking lots for the charging of electric vehicles. That way, the customer, the person who is charging the car, can also go and eat food while he is charging the car, right? So it's like a joint partnership kind of a business model. And as I mentioned, by 2030, 55% of the cars on road are going to be electric vehicles. So in the US, at least, there are still 47% people who are living in apartments and condos who don't have their own charging option. So they have to rely on public charging.
But that's the general problem. I was just trying to get at why you and not somebody else would be able to offer the same. But anyway, you mentioned your patent that you have.
So why me, sir? Because I have done my master's in solar engineering from University of Massachusetts, and I have been working with NL Green Power, and I have been working in the solar industry space and also on the charging station space. And also my team, they have good experience on the battery storage. So we came up with this idea. So we think that we should be a good fit for this thing, and we are already working on it from a very long time.
So what Girendra meant is that does your patent pending differentiates you from others?
Yes, our patent is completely different because no one right now has 8 charging stations. 8 cars can be charged simultaneously at the same time. Our patent has 8 cars charging at the same time.
And what about the margins?
So margins right now, sir, we are in a very early stage. We are working on basically developing the prototype, but our pricing is significantly lower compared to others because we are using also the solar power. So 16 to 19 cents per kilowatt hour versus others are basically providing 22 to 25 cents per kilowatt hour. So our charging is comparatively lower.
No, but have you calculated what your margins are going to be?
So right now, sir, we haven't calculated the financial part of it, but looking at our competitors who just started the EV charging firm in the US, they have raised like significantly like $3 million in like past 8 months, and they are already valued at 20 million. And they are only providing 4 charging at the same time. So we significantly have a better product than theirs.
Thank you, Mayur. All the best.
Okay, thanks, Mayur. Let's go to the next one. Dev.
Yeah. Next, we have Engineers Connect. So they're working on enabling and connecting right talent with the right opportunities using AI. Let's hear it from Bhushan and his team.
Hello everyone, this is Bhushan Gaikwad, founder of Engineers Connect. I'm proud to say that Engineers Connect is the biggest and fastest growing platform for engineers. At Engineers Connect, we're trying to build a totally skill-based ecosystem that will firstly enable and then connect the right talent with the right opportunity and vice versa. So let's have a glance at Engineers Connect. As we all know that India is the highest producer of engineers with around nearly 1.5 million engineers that pass out each year. But what about the employability and employment of these engineers? Let me give you some shocking stats. 94% of engineers are unemployable and 65% of them do not get a job each year. This makes the other side suffer, that is, the companies. The demands are not met and recruiters get only 16% success in hiring freshers. What Engineers Connect is trying to do is to provide a solution in the form of a personalized and curated goal discovery and achievement path for engineers to explore their passions in tech, find their skill gaps, work on them, and finally get the right job. This ultimately solves the problem of recruiters by giving them the practical skill analytics of engineers for better and faster hiring. The global market for EdTech and HR Tech combined is huge, but we are targeting a sum of 2 billion USD based on bottom-up approach and revenue projections. The tractions we have so far is rupees 40 lakh plus revenue. In terms of users, we have more than 44,000 engineers and more than 1,300 recruiters. We have pre-orders amounting to 13 lakh rupees from around 26 college collaborations. So let me try to explain you with the help of an engineer's journey. Over here, Kapil gets into the race of engineering and doesn't make it to the top college. Education is not up to the market need and placement opportunities are pretty less. In the end, he is confused and is set all alone to find a job in the ocean of challenges and competition, even after completing an expensive engineering degree. Now let me tell you the other side which suffers due to this, the recruiter side. So over here, Jane wants to hire skilled engineers to be deployed faster on an ongoing project. But there is no standard process for entry-level talent sourcing. She gets a ton of application and spends a huge time finding candidates, and yet the hiring goes wrong and the team is not able to deliver the project on time. So this is how Engineers Connect works to provide a solution. Let's start with engineers. So whenever an engineer registers, our platform takes certain data points and does pre-assessments, the output of which is the goal discovery and achievement plan. The step-by-step plan with recommendation tells which skills he should take, which assessments he should take, and which mentors and like-minded people he should connect with. Automatically, an Engineers Connect career profile is created, which showcases his skills with validations to the recruiters, which eventually attract the right fit job. How we help recruiters is we recommend them the best fit candidates backed with an analysis of more than 100 plus data points, which is highest of any. This makes them hire 60% faster and better. For colleges, we help them by automating the training and placement activities and most importantly, increasing their placements. This is how we create a win-win situation for all the stakeholders by hitting the right spots. Our business model lies in skilling, assessments, recruitment services, and college collaborations. So this is how we generate a unique Engineers Connect profile ID, which is based on a variety of skill parameters. A resume is based on claims of users, and more than 80% of the times it is not matching the candidate's real skills. That is why we have Engineers Connect Score, which is based on the real and practical knowledge and gives entire summary of a user in a fraction of a minute. Speaking of the market, there is an 8% larger demand for digital talent with respect to the available pool. By 2024, it is expected to rise by 20 times. India is poised to become a $313 billion education and skills market by 2030. We have various direct and indirect competitors, but our USP and moat lie in the goal discovery and achievement mechanism, early user acquisition. The networking part makes it interesting for connecting and learning and collaboration. The entry-level skill profile generation is something unique to our platform, and most importantly, our platform is data intelligent and all the recommendations are personalized and curated. We are seeking $75K USD in SAFE, which will majorly used for marketing and sales, product development, research, and operations. So let's meet the hustlers. We are a young and passionate team with a combined experience of 39 years covering experts in the area of marketing, technology, product, and management. We have collaborated with more than 1,000 stakeholders, including top companies, colleges, and skilling agencies. So this is about Engineers Connect in short, and we expect you join us in this journey of solving the problem of employability and employment. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bhushan. Any questions for Bhushan?
Yeah, I have a question. Santosh Kotnis here. Bhushan, thanks for a passionate pitch, but wanted to understand this concept of finishing school has been there for a while, actually. There are a lot of offline players, and then now there are some players who are using technology to do that. Wanted to clear my thought in process of what is the differentiator you bring in so that you stand apart from there are a lot of finishing schools actually. So wanted to get your view on that, the differentiators which will make you stand apart.
Right. So, sir, thank you for the question. So, first of all the other players, they work on the cure part and we work on the prevention part. So basically what happens is other platforms, people go to the other platforms when they are going through the problem, like they do not have a job or they're not up to the mark or the, as you said, the finishing part. But what our platform is trying to do is it is catching them from the entry level itself, that is from the first year itself. So we are mostly working on the prevention part, and other platforms just try to give the solutions based on their assumption. But what our platform is doing is it is based on personalized and curated content. Like for a person X, it will find out its skill gap analysis, and based on that it will give the solution. And mostly it is trying to build a person's profile in the engineering itself, like till the third or fourth year he's at such a level that all his skill gaps are done and his profile is generated in such a way that he grabs the right job. And mostly we are targeting the tier 2 and tier 3 cities where the penetration is quite less.
Yeah, so if I'm understanding it right, over the year, meaning the second year, third year, fourth year of engineering, you will build a profile of each student so that the seventh semester or whenever this the campus starts, you will have an exact profile of the candidate.
Right. So we are catching them at the early level so that they don't stay unemployed after they finish their graduation.
Okay. Second question is that who is our customer here? Is the students or the engineering college?
Yeah, so the customers, the stakeholders over here are many over the time and phases, but majoritarily it are the recruiters, colleges, and the engineers. So over here, the most value proposition we are giving to recruiters, because we are giving a detailed skill analytics with more than 100 data points to the recruiters. So that is making them hire 60% faster and better. So we are charging the recruiters in three categories. One is subscription based, one is hiring as a service, and one is campus recruitments. So these are the three modules in which we are hiring the recruiters. Then we charge the students for the skilling part, for the assessment part, and for the mentoring part. And for colleges, we'll be charging after a span of 1 year for collaborating with us based on the number of users in that college and based on the services they take from us. So it is a phase-wise plan. But initially, we are targeting the recruiters because we are giving them higher value at the current time, and they have the higher paying capacity right now.
Bhushan, can the employers access your database, and what is the fees for that?
Right. So the
You
employers can
propose.
access. Yeah. So employers can access the database, and that is a totally skill-centric database. It will have all the skill analytics, assessments, assessment scores. So rather than the static database like Naukri and Monster, over here it will be a totally skill-based economy, this thing. And the browse candidate feature will help them browse the candidate singularly based on various filters like PHP, Java, front end. Yeah, and the fees we are charging right now is, right now we have given them 50 profiles per day, and monthly we are charging them 5,000 for the subscription. Yeah, but we have kept the fees initially very less because we are cutting down the marketing cost and trying to acquire users. But with time, we will be making this as a premium service because of the offerings. And as the number of users increase, we are going to increase it to near about 10,000 per month.
Because as employer, we would be interested in the fully groomed kind of engineer, means having gone through
Right.
your experience.
Right.
So
So that is
that
the
kind of
reason.
candidates, 5,000 rupees, let's say we pay the fees. Can we access 50 profiles per day for a month? That's what you're
Right.
saying.
Right. So you can search for them per month based on the filters, but the plans will change as per the filters. Like if you want more filters, more premium filters, the plans will keep on changing. So we have made it in a customized model, but right now for penetrating the market, we have kept the cost low. Because the data which we are providing is totally premium, like the number of assessments. Then we are also providing the assessment scores. Then our platform also calculates the percentage that is suitable to hire. For example, you are posting for Java developer, our platform will tell that this candidate is 65% suitable for your current role. So all this data which you are providing is premium.
Bhushan Narendraji also has posted a question in the chat.
Who is bridging the skill gap, the institute or you? Yeah, so the skill gap is bridged by us. Yeah. So how we bridge the skill gap is basically whenever the person comes on the platform, there is a particular skill gap analysis and assessment done, after which the algorithm tells what skill gaps he should fill. And based on that, our platform suggests which skilling course or what module he should go through. And that is provided by the collaborated skilling agencies. So the skilling agencies which are collaborated by us will provide the course to them. And after they complete it, it will be integrated on Engineers Connect on their profile, which will increase their Engineers Connect score. So skilling agencies are doing that. So you can say Engineers Connect is doing that.
Okay, thanks, Bhushan. There are a few more suggestions there you can follow offline, and also with the investors, just make sure that you have answered their questions. Okay,
Sure,
Dev,
sure.
can we go to the next one?
Thank you so much.
Next, we have Addis Technologies. So they are building digital identity for all animals on this planet throughout the life cycle of the animal. Let's hear it from Sujit and his team.
Hello, my name is Sujit, and we are addressing a new domain of digital information systems for animals, a parallel digital world for animals based on animal biometrics. We are addressing one of the most important and fundamental problems in animal identification and authentication. Today, there is no foolproof technology to identify animals. There is no centralized database wherein you can authenticate the animals in real time. Today, animals treatment is basically done only on signs and symptoms. Being a dairy farmer, I myself underwent these problems in 2014-15 when I lost 50% of my dairy milking animals because of these problems. To address these problems, we have invented a non-invasive biotagging based on animal biometrics. We generate the unique identity using our patented technology. Our mobile app, Addis, forms a gateway to a centralized database, making it robust in nature. This helps many industries, right from insurance to finance to pre-funded cattle, to authenticate the animals in real time. It will help the farmers and the veterinarians to treat the animals in a very holistic manner based on present signs and symptoms and also on the previous health records. As you can see, the process of muscle code is captured and the computerized output is used as a matrix to authenticate and generate a UID. The second method is feature recognition works, which works on the phenotypic features of the animal and helps in breed identification. Using this together, we form a biotech of that particular animal. And the result is this animal certificate, which is based on biometrics. Addis app has lot of capabilities, right from to address the basic issue of a foolproof document to prove the ownership of animals. Addis app helps it to scientifically tag the animal to its owners. Pedigrees over generations is captured in this. Addis works as a platform for animals to form a digital footprint in terms of vaccinations. What happened during COVID when we used COVID for vaccination of humans? Similarly, Addis could be used for vaccination of animals. Present way of animal tagging using plastic tags and RFID is very invasive in nature. It is very painful for the animals as well as it is not friendly or easy to use or easy to implement. Addis addresses different market segments, right from veterinary science, animal husbandry practices to NGOs and CSR. For the banking and insurance industry, it would play a pivotal role in insuring animals, as well as the big data generated from pharmaceutical industry will directly impact the animal health. Globally, the animal biometric industry is more than 200 million and growing at a very rapid pace. Imagine the big data developed from just 300 million cattle in India. It could have a big impact and big possibilities. Cattle insurance market in India is also huge. It is 100 million plus, with lots of scope, as only 9% of the cattle are insured and the cost of insurance is just 4% of the valuation of animal. It will directly impact 250 million farmers as they contribute 4 to 6% to the GDP of India. Our revenue has already started from last 5 months, and these are our projections based on investments. We have signed up with Reliance General Insurance and BIF, through which we have access to more than 1 lakh cattle right now. We are also tied up with 2 NGOs and 2 breeding associations too. Till date, we have tagged more than 7,000 plus cattle with 4,500 active users and more than 700 plus cattle insured. We have a very dynamic and diverse team with ex-boss GM Mr. Ratish Pandey being our business mentor and Mr. Marimuthu Swamy, who is also the chief advisor to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on animal husbandry practices as our technical mentor. I and Prasad come from engineering backgrounds, but from farming families. I myself have 10 years of dairy farming experience. We have till date raised 90K from different government grants and plan to raise 1 million, which will help us last next 24 months. We will utilize these funds for R&D, building our team to scale up, expanding abroad, and marketing activities. We have won the Animal Husbandry Grand Challenge 2020, Big Birak in 2021, and IVRI Samriddhi Challenge in 2022. We are a part of Stanford Seed Program as well as NVIDIA Inception Program.
Thank you, Sujit. Questions for Sujit? Are there any questions for Sujit? Okay, you can always post any suggestions and questions in the chat.
I have one question for Sujit.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Have you tied up with any organized dairy company in India who have an ecosystem of a lot of animals giving them the produce?
Yeah, we are tied up with KMF, this Karnataka Milk Federation here in Karnataka, wherein we are working with them with their in-situ-based animals. And right now, as we are talking, the insurance of these animals and funding of these animals is happening. So there is a tri-party agreement kind of a thing. These are the animals which have been funded by an NBFC called Samunati, and the collection happens through KMF, that's Karnataka Milk Federation. So we work as an enabler for basically animal funding, insurance, as well as payment or EMI collections from the KMF societies.
So yeah, I just want to follow up with one more question, if I'm allowed.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead,
Okay.
please.
So who pays for it? I mean, who is your customer really? The cattle owner or the dairy, or so basically who is your target?
So we are right now focusing on B2B2C, wherein the insurance companies, the financing companies form the direct customers for us. Okay, eventually we this is our focus segment right now, because the scope is huge and it's a bulk kind of an activity which will help us scale up easily.
All right. Okay. Thank you. My name is Abhijit Deshpande. You can get in touch with me if you are.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. I'll get in touch with you.
Share my details with you on the chat.
Sure, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, guys. Let's go to the last ones. Dev.
Yeah, last but not the least, we have Biz Amika. They're building cognitive document processing for hyper automation. So let's hear it from Rahul and his team.
And CEO of Bizamica. We offer hyperautomation through EasyDocs AI platform. Our platform is globally recognized. We process large volume of digital documents. Here is a list of key customers. Let me give an easy example of how we are working with a bank. We are processing financial instruments like checks, slips, and so on. Automation through EasyDocs AI platform gives 50% additional time to the customers to deposit money. Hence, the bank gets to utilize this money effectively on the same day. Now, this business benefit is significantly large compared to efficiency improvement due to automation. There are many such use cases in banking and insurance. We are in the process of replicating such use cases through key partners for their customers. What are the challenges due to large volume of digital documents, large format variations, multilingual handwritten documents, along with unstructured, semi-structured documents are difficult to handle and increase process complexities. OCR does not solve the problem due to higher manual intervention. Higher document processing cost, rework cost to meet stringent SLAs are the additional challenges. EasyDocs AI platform addresses these challenges effectively. Documents in various formats like native PDFs, scanned PDFs, images, and so on become an input to the platform. The document types are auto-identified and processed through various stages to get meaningful information, which is auto-verified and analyzed for go-no-go decisions. The verified information is subsequently integrated with the core system. The key business benefits are substantial reduction in cost and cycle time, higher accuracy, and business scalability. Our USPs compared to the competitors are template-free solution, on-premise deployment, and do-it-yourself model training by non-technical staff. The competitive advantages are due to our experience with large customers, cloud-agnostic, proven, and matured solution. The market is significantly large and projected to be 26 billion US dollars by 2028. Cognitive document processing in banking and finance is projected to be $2.6 billion. We are targeting 8% of the sector that itself is $212 million. Our GTM strategy for the next 2 years is to focus on India, US, and UAE through direct sales and attractive partnership programs. Revenue generation is through subscription and one-time setup fees. We are profitable. Projected revenue for December 2025 is 8 million and December 2027 is 49 million US dollars. We have completed due diligence with one of the institutional investors. We are still a bootstrapped and looking to raise $1 million to scale our business in US, India, and UAE, and to mature our platform, which can be implemented and supported by our partners. The subsequent money will be raised after 18 months. The leadership team is from premier institutes with blend of sales, technology delivery, and domain expertise supported by our mentors and advisor. Here are few awards and recognitions. Recently, we were recognized by FIS Global. We look forward to partner with you to make significant difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul. Any questions from investors for Rahul?
So Rahul, have you worked with customs?
So we have few use cases through banks for import-export documents.
As a part of Digital India, I think there is a big boost that is being given to digitization at ports as well as airports.
No, sir.
My question is, have you worked with since you are already selected as some of the startup India awards and all that. So is it possible to connect through Digital India for these two entities?
Okay. Sir, we will need your guidance how to reach
Okay, let's
there.
connect offline.
Sure, sir. So there is one more update in the last couple of days. So one of our partners also showed interest to invest in us. So they are willing to invest 125K and we are discussing in the form of a safe note.
Any other questions for Rahul? Okay, good. So you can always follow up on chat. I think most of the companies have put their information on chat. Maybe we can compile that and also share that with the attendees later on.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any questions on any other startups if we had previously ran out of time?
Anand sir.
Yes, Arunji.
What I want to suggest, the presentations which were held from almost last 2 hours are very good and excellent, but it is little bit difficult to remember all the things. Is it possible to have a digital catalog if all that startups will be get described in that digital catalog? Can we compile that digital catalog, what presentations we had, along with their details and products, what they have told? Because those who are present, they are at least aware with this. But some of us who are not present today, but want to know more. So if that digital catalog will be spread, we will have a more base of investors.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Arun. Can I come in here? So Dr.
Yeah,
Sanjay
go
Bhatt?
ahead, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, we have recorded the session, and so the recording will be available on our website. That is one thing. And second thing that we did during our last cohorts also, that we will be having short interviews with the mentors and the startup company. And those short interviews of 15-20 minutes also will be recording, so that mentor gets to express his journey also, and the mentees startups also can, share their experience and what they want further from this sort of a cohort. So that also will be available. So I think I have answered Arun's question. So the things will be available on our website.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So Sanjay ji, sincere appreciation for your hard work and all the mentors. I think it shows in the quality of the presentations as well as the presenters. I'm sure.
Thank you, Narendraji. And you had all of the investors, including yourself, asked very pointed questions, gave very insightful information, and also leads to these companies. So I really appreciate all of you attending this. I know you're all busy into your own businesses and ventures and so on. So thank you for joining this. This is really a big encouragement. These are budding companies, and I can see that you have very helpful inputs to all these companies. So I really appreciate that. And I also want to appreciate all the mentors along with me who joined on this one.
Big hand to all of them.
Thank you very much, sir. And just to conclude, I want to say that we are signing MOU with Government of Maharashtra, and we will be mentoring under this Azadi Ke Amrut Mahotsav 2 startups from each district, 36 districts in coming 6 months. So there will be 75 startups will be mentoring and getting them investment as well as market. For this, as usual, our mentors will contribute selflessly. So that is one good development that has taken place in last few weeks.
That's great. But is Garje Marathi going to get some for its own development, anything out of this MOU, or is it again free?
Yes, because actually, to be honest, Maharashtra government has got a lot of funds allocated for that. So we are looking at that option also. And today morning only we were in consultation with somebody. Amit Kothare is here. We are trying to establish Garje Marathi as first virtual incubator registered with Government of Maharashtra.
Yeah, because I think for Garje Marathi's real professional development as an institution,
Yes.
it has to be on the sound basis. Just like any startup, we have been started for last 5 years now. It has to take off in a big way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry, I've been always pushing.
I know. Narendra ji has been always telling me, Anand, make it self-sustaining, like that.
Yeah, it's an institute, and it has got good traction, and it has to now run on its own.
Yes, sir. We'll do that.
Okay. All the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So
thank you, everyone. Anandji, do you have any concluding?
No. You can conclude. You can conclude, sir. You are the one who led the whole project. No, who am I to say anything? Yeah, please.
So again, a big thank you. First of all, I want to really appreciate all the companies that joined here. We had more than 114 applicants for this cohort, and it was really hard task. That was one of the first hard tasks for all these mentors, is to compile and select this set of companies which are high potential companies. So congratulations to all the companies who got selected on this platform and coming this far with your own hard work, taking all the advice from all the mentors. So thank you for that. And all the mentors, again, I cannot, I have to keep thanking them, because without them, this program wouldn't run. This really is a selfless activity. Many of us are executives in our own companies. I'm a co-founder of my own startup as well. And all of these people have been spending their personal time in these last 8-9 weeks. So thank you, everyone. And thank you all the audience. There are people who are on this call, but also there are people who are watching on YouTube. So thank you for joining this. And I hope you go away with learning something from this, and provide your feedback to these companies who presented over here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All the best.
Good night.
So on behalf of the mentee companies, I would like to appreciate Anandji, Sanjayji, and entire team and the mentors, actually, without which I think our thought process would not have evolved to where we are in the last 8 to 10 weeks. So really appreciate the hard work on behalf of all the mentee companies.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Anandji, I was here for the first time and I am zapped. Looking at the potential, future potential and the present achievements. So I look forward to frequent interactions. How often is this session conducted on Sunday mornings?
So I can answer that question. We have we had 2 cohorts. So we run 1 cohort every year. And this year we ran it for, we said 8 weeks, but it happened to be 10 weeks. We also did some extra sessions. So it was for 10 weeks this year. And then last year we had, in fact, longer one, which was for 16 weeks. So right now we are doing it once per year. But I can see that there is a lot of activities, a lot of startups in India, different regions and so on, meaning within even Maharashtra, there are also different incubation centers. So Anandji has been very busy signing up MOUs with a lot of them. And we have to see how we can grow and being sustainable too, right?
But apart from running actual cohort, we do mentor a lot of companies on one-to-one basis also, those who come to us and our mentors, we connect to them, and those mentors, those are not exactly full-time cohorts, but our mentors are there to help any startup that comes to us.
Anandji, in the IIT Bombay incubation, they have limited space and there are a lot of waiting people who want to get join as incubatee there. And they were just wondering whether Thana Small Scale Industry is having 3,000 members over here in Waghai State, the first and the biggest Asian MIDC cluster. And COSIA also has 300 members and other association members. So we all have a lot of potential to support people, but which is this Garje Maharashtra so far has not penetrated the industrial area of Thana Small Scale and all. I would like to get involved more and more and bring in people over here.
Please, that will be very nice. So thanks a lot. So let us conclude this meeting.
Purushottam, we will be in touch. Purushottam.
Yeah, sure.
We are in touch with each other.
Devdatta, you can close the meeting.
Sanjeev,
Devdatta,
for inviting me.
yes. Devdatta, you can close the meeting.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night and have a good day.
Bye.